Hello, my water signs. This is going to be a quick reading for the weekend, for the last weekend here in May. See what Spirit has to say for this next 2 days. So, next 48 hours from when you're seeing this message. See what Spirit has to say to you in reference to that time frame. All right. So, you already know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Message may not resonate with everybody. If it doesn't resonate, you know what? Look at another reading or another reader. Okay. So, Ten of Wands, the Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. What else you got here? Okay, you got the Six of Cups, the Page of Wands. The Two of Swords. You know, it's funny because I shuffle my decks, all of them, very thoroughly before I start the reads. So I don't have to sit here and shuffle too long. And one of my decks, I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And the Ten of Wands came out on top of it. And I was sitting here like thinking, wasn't that the card that was on top before I started shuffling? So I was like, okay, somebody's really carrying this burden. They're ready to put it down. And here's the Ten of Wands. So overall energy, King of Wands. All right, my water signs, listen. You're very passionate, creative about something. You got the Empress here. She's that bitch. Just saying. Signifying Libra. Water signs, you know. Ace of Cups. You're definitely represented in your own read. And you have the King of Cups. All right, somebody's gonna bring forward their cup of love to somebody who they consider to be, you know, someone you have memories with, someone you share a past with, someone that you know you could kind of grow with, and not feel, you know, like you could be yourself, you know, with that childlike innocence. Like you don't have to pretend that you're somebody else with that person. You've been thinking a lot about this person too, so you know, gotta do what you gotta do, right? I think at some point there might have been other situations involved. You try to work together with this person. It just, for whatever reason, things, you know, you felt like you were a little like stuck in your head about it. Like, you know, not necessarily completely confused, but definitely thinking, not sure if this was the right person to be working with, you know, so you took the time to relax, to really give it some good thought, waiting for that like aha moment to come forward where you kind of knew which way you wanted to go, and you know, where you could accept their cup of love, you know, or present it to them. But I almost feel like, you know, with the Three of Pentacles here and you being in your head and then kind of waiting, I think this person came to you and was like, you know, let's do this. And you weren't sure, maybe there was somebody else involved at the moment. You weren't sure about what it was that you wanted to do, you know, so you were really in your head about it. So you kind of sat back and sort of analyzed the situation and waited for, you know, like divine guidance, for like, I don't know, the little voice in your head to kind of tell you what to do. And that voice, you know, definitely you as much as you went around in circles, you started to realize that things were changing. You know, the way things were is no longer the way things are. And you decided to go ahead and move forward, that, you know, whatever happened in the past, you could handle it. You know, you're kind of ready to just put it down, bring forward that idea to this person. And, you know, you're starting to realize that you can grow and you could build with them, you know, with the Empress. You know, this person is really going to be the person that's going to help you grow, the person that's going to help you create, the person that's going to help you grow as a person, period. You know, not only financially, but also emotionally. You know, this is a person that's going to continue turning the wheel in the right direction, that's going to continue to make you prosperous, right? The Empress. Like I said, she's that bitch. So once you realize that, like I said in the beginning, you are now coming forward, you know, from a place of honest, emotional being, you know, like you really could, if you were emotionally closed off, you're no longer going to be emotionally closed off, is what I'm trying to say. So like you're starting to realize that, you know, what role you played in the ways things were, and you're starting to open up about it, and you're actually going to bring that offer forward you know. And with the King of Wands sitting here at the bottom of the deck, I really do feel like, you know, you've definitely grounded yourself. So this is not only coming from a place of love, it's also coming from, you know, you're really attracted to this person, from a place of passion, from a place where, you know, you could definitely grow. Like, to me, King of Wands, you know, being an earth sign, you know, people think of like planting, you know. So if you think of planting fruit trees so you could feed your family later, you know, so think along those lines, but obviously not literally, but, you know, things that signify just growing in that aspect. Okay, so let me see what the energy oracle has to add to this read. And because the soulmate card was here, I'm gonna pull romance angels as well. Let's see. I don't know, I'm in a very like blah mood today. I'm not very lively with my read right now. Maybe I need to drink more coffee. I don't know. Let's see what messages my energy oracle has for my water signs. Again, please, if this resonates, awesome. If it doesn't resonate, go to another reading or another reader. All right, Angel of Balance, number 48. You know, you're definitely finding the happy medium. You know, you know which way you need to go and why you need to go in that direction. Bottom of the deck, walking away, starting a new journey. So just like I said, I think you were stuck, you know, where maybe you were stuck in the past, stuck in things that happened in the past, you know, thinking about, you know, things were like this, so how do I know they're gonna be any different when this person came forward and offer you their love? And, you know, I think in this case, this walking away really just means leave the past in the past. You know, you're starting over, you're literally starting over. You can't, you know, you can't take that baggage with you. You have to literally just put it down, you know, and start that journey the way that you're supposed to, you know, completely anew. Because if you're not gonna give it your whole, you know, if you're not gonna give it your all, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't go half-assing something, because then you're sabotaging a situation. And I know we all do it. I know it's very hard sometimes to let go of the past, but you know what? If you can't let it go, then maybe you shouldn't go. If you understand what I'm saying, because if you're really gonna work at something with somebody, you have to be able to put the past aside. I mean, I'm not telling you forget, right? You never forget, but give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, try to let it go. If that's the route you want to take. What the hell is that? All right, let's see what these cards have to say to my water signs to close out this read. Let's see what messages romance they use. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So yeah, if you definitely were in a break because, you know, things weren't going, you were thinking about it, so all your thoughts are really calling that person in towards you. And this person, you know, is your soulmate, and the soulmate card definitely came out over there. Any more messages for my water signs? One more time. Messages for the water signs for this weekend. Messages for the water sign for this weekend. All right, well, no more messages. What's at the bottom of the deck? Trust. This situation is calling you. It's calling for you to have faith. So there you go, water signs. You know, maybe you're gonna hear from this person this weekend. Maybe, you know, you'll be able to, you're coming out of quarantine and you'll be able to actually spend some time with this person and be open and vulnerable with them and tell them exactly what it is that's in your mind. That's important. Sometimes that's what people want, you know. Sometimes a legit explanation. The truth is better than a lie, right? Sometimes coming forward, you know what, because of that, I'm going to pull one of these. This, I definitely have to read from the book because the imageries are so beautiful. These are whispers. Angel Whispers, I think it's called. Whispers of Love is what this deck is called. So sometimes, you know, people think that people can't handle the truth, and the truth hurts, but it hurts months, right? A lie hurts forever, and that is so true. Sometimes people just really want to know, like, don't try to make a person look stupid denying the obvious, right? Just explain what it was, apologize, and see if you can move on. That's the only way to be. I don't understand why it's so difficult to lie or hide or feel like you have to sneak. If you have any respect for the person that you're with, be honest with them. Okay. Let's see what messages the whispers of love have for my water signs for this weekend. All right. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Okay. And you also have back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Now, I have personally studied this card because it's come out in a couple other readings. And in this particular situation, the imagery here is, you know, she's kind of like coming out of a cave, coming out of the shadows, coming out of her own thought process. All right. Where if you had a problem with someone in a relationship where you were just focused on the wrong things, if you start to really focus on what made you fall in love with that person, why you like that person to begin with, you know, your path starts to lighten up. You start to see colors, and there's an image of a face at the end with a heart. It really does mean, you know, you get back to the things that really attracted you. It's like whatever you focus on expands, and that is so true. So when you start focusing on the little nagging things that somebody does that bother you, you're gonna get annoyed with the person even more. So if you start to focus on the things that really brought you together to begin with, then you expand on that, and the things that you don't like kind of become very minute things that you could tolerate. So you know, really think, you know, what it was that brought you together. And if you really want to be with this person, then focus on the good things. Okay. And here you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Okay. Here in this imagery, it's a unicorn. You got swans, you got birds, you got butterflies, you got, you know, peacock feathers, you know, you got fairies. You got so many things going on here. But literally what it means, it's truly like this other card. I mean, this is a wonderful pair of cards for you, considering what your reading was. It really does mean, like I just finished saying, you know, what you focus on expands. So there is no limit to where you could take something as long as that's where you want to take it. So if you want to work with someone in a relationship, then you have to work with someone in a relationship. And if you work in the relationship and you focus on the good things, the relationship is going to flourish. You know, you're really going to grow together. You're really going to have a prosperous, like wherever you could go, wherever you want. And you have the Empress over there, you know, she's the birth giver. She's that person that, you know, multiplies everything. Okay. So if you really want to grow with someone, you have to just give it your all. Beautiful. All right, water signs. I hope that this resonated with somebody and it helps. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace.